Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on Decant Boutique, and this one is a niche list. It's my top 5 favorite Dior Prive fragrances. If you guys are not used to Dior Prive, you guys are missing out because they're one of the best private lines out there in designer brands. Of course, their private lines are kind of niche lines or more expensive line in a designer brand. Like for example, Tom Ford's Private Blend can be considered a niche line within the Tom Ford's designer brand. Dior Prive, Chanel Lace Exclusive, YSL's Le Vestiaire de Parfum, and there's the Givenchy exclusive collection. Dolce & Gabbana also have its own exclusive collection, and it seems like every brand now has their own exclusive collection. This is just one from Dior, and this line is, or actually was, fantastic, as I would touch on a little bit in this video why I meant was and not is. So the first one I'm going to touch on here is called Sakura. This one is from their newer collection. So before we jump any further, there's a new Dior Prive and there's the old Dior Prive. My favorites are from the old Dior Prives usually because those are generally heavier, more daring, more creative. The newer Dior Prives, clean, boring, and just overall a little bit uninspiring. But the one that I like from the new line, and probably the only one that I like from the new line so far, is Sakura. This one has cherry blossom in it and it smells extremely clean. Cherry blossom, sweet, clean, floral, very light, very easy to wear, very just relaxing, so loungy. Every time I smell this, actually I want to spray this right now. Every time I smell this, I'm just put in a really meditative mood, really relaxing. It just calms me down, man. It brings me down to earth. It makes me realize that, yeah, I'm still a human being. You know, I make mistakes. Maybe not that far. I don't get philosophical when I smell this, but you get the vibe. It really brings me down to earth, really puts me in a relaxing mood, really grounds me as a person. It just smells so nice. It's clean, cherry blossom. It also has a little bit of a tea vibe in here. So imagine cherry blossom tea, a little bit citrusy, a little bit of a fruity kind of zing to it. At the same time, it's having a really light, soft, clean, watery floral with a nice tea vibe. It's just an overall one of the most relaxing scent that I own. And it's one of those scents where I do wear to bed. So I do wear some fragrances to bed sometime. This is one of them because it just puts me in that kind of mood just to go to bed, relaxing, wind down after a long day. This is one of my most favorite fragrances to wear for those type of occasions. It just smells absolutely fantastic. And it is, to me, the best one from their new collection. The new collection, there's a ton of them. They just released like 7, 8, or 10 fragrances just out of the blue somewhere, completely replacing a lot of what's in the old collection. And yeah, not a lot of fans are happy about that, by the way. I'm not happy about it, that they really discontinued a whole bunch of classics that I really, really like or I didn't really have a chance to grab yet. Makes me really, really sad. But this one, I'm glad was one of the 10 or one of the really just a whole bunch of that was released. That is actually really, really good. So yeah, Sakura, my first one here. Really nice cherry blossom tea fragrance, very relaxing. Super enjoyed this one. Now the rest of the 4 that I'm gonna talk about are from the old collection, and 2 of which are from the old collection. So there are those as well. The first batch of Dior Prive fragrances, I believe there's only 3 of them. There was Eau Noir, there was Cologne Blanche, and there was Bois d'Argent. That's still here today. That's the only one that survived all the way to today's Bois d'Argent. That one has an iris vibe. It smells like a niche version of Dior Homme, which is nice. If you like that vibe, you go with Bois d'Argent. Eau Noir is discontinued. Cologne Blanche, absolutely discontinued, gone forever. You never find that one again. Eau Noir you can still find at some stores, and that's exactly the one I'm gonna talk about next. This next one here, again, is Eau Noir. Eau Noir is really, really rich. You can really tell it's from an era that's not today. You smell this thing and you're like, wow, this thing, smooth, rich. The lavender in here mixed with the coffee vibe is just one of the smoothest smelling coffee scent out there. It's clean, it's classic. It has a vibe that's from an era not of this time. It smells extremely, extremely, almost antique in a way as it is elegant. It's really, really nice. And it brings me back to a time where fragrances was just still more creative. I love smelling vintage fragrances. I love smelling fragrances that are generally more creative. And I think back then is when they really was pushing the boundaries on what is considered a fragrance, as opposed to today where there's a lot more blue fragrances, a lot more mass appealing fragrances. They don't really push the bubble today as much as they did before. And I sprayed this on a tester strip. It's heavy, it's so strong. It just covers the whole area in front of my face right now strong. God, it's so beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful fragrance ever. Damn. It's just so good, dude. It's just, I just can't believe that. I really just can't believe that this fragrance existed before, that this fragrance was put on the market before. If you're a niche collector of any way, you're looking for something a little bit more unique, you're looking for something that's rich in both history and in scent and complex in the smell and the notes as well, this one is one that you definitely need to try. And luckily, on Decant Boutique, we do have decants of Eau Noir. So check that out before we run out, because we're not getting restocked of that one for sure. We just happened to get lucky and found someone who has it, and we have decants of it right now. But if we run out, we run out. That's it. There's not much, there's not much you can do about that. It's discontinued, can't restock it. Next one here is from an older collection as well, but I think it's the second generation up from the first ever batches of La Collection of Prive fragrances. This one is Mitza. Now this is really sought after by a lot of people. It's one of the most highly again sought after fragrance in the Dior Prive line, and I understand why. It's rich, it's rich, it's warm, it's spicy, it's slightly bit leathery, it's slightly bit resiny. It's just so well put together. There's so many little nuances in this fragrance that plays such harmoniously together that it's one of the most complete, one of the most perfect fragrance ever released from Dior. And it's one that every time I smell it, I cannot believe it's gone. I really cannot believe it's gone. I'm lucky enough to find a bottle for myself. I actually found several bottles, and I sold some to a friend that wants it, but I'm all out now. This is the only bottle left that I own, and we do not have decants of this, unfortunately, on Decant Boutique, but this is one that's just fantastic. Fantastic. It's one that I don't think you guys are gonna have a chance of smelling. So I'm sad for you guys. RIP for sure. This scent is magnificent. Again, it's warm, it's rich, it's resinous, it's very smooth, and it pulls at your heartstrings just a little bit because of how smooth it is. You smell this and you really like melt in a way. You melt in a sea of warmth. Spiciness that pops up left and right around you. There's a leatheriness in here, there's a resininess in here. There's a lot of nuances that just swims around you when you smell this fragrance, and it's just really good. It's one of those scents there that just takes me on a whole different type of journey. It's fantastic, and I'm sad absolutely that it's gone. If you can find a decant of this, please do so and spray it on your skin, test it out the way it's supposed to be tested, and I think you're gonna really enjoy this one, especially if you like creative fragrances in general. Next one here is one that's been reformulated in a line. It remains, but it got reformulated. This one is Gris Montaigne. This one is the easiest to wear rose fragrance in the niche world. It smells bright, clean rose, lasts 12 plus hours. It's one of the most long lasting fresh floral fragrance out there ever, and I enjoy it a lot. The rose in here, not at all feminine. I don't see this on a woman. I see this on a guy. Like, this is a masculine type of rose. It's bright, it's fresh, it works well for summertime, lasts a long time. It's one of those rose fragrances that just works, versatile, and it smells really upscale. If you dress up with this one, you're gonna smell really elegant to the max. It just works really well. This one I would say wear to formal occasion. That's the best time to wear this, or just wear it out in the summertime where you're going out to a more high classy dinner or other type of high class events, or any time at all where you're a little bit more dressed up than you usually are. This one, Gris Montaigne, the new reformulation also has a new name. It's called Gris Dior. So that's the one you want to look for when you go to the boutiques. It's called Gris Dior. The new batch lasts a little bit less than the old batch. The smell is a little bit weaker, but overall it works the same. It's just slightly bit weaker. It's not the original, but it still works. It's still practical, still lasts 8+ hours, and the smell of the rose is still there and still usable for everything that I told you guys it's usable for. So yeah, go grab Gris Dior if you want to try this one out. If you can find the original Gris Montaigne, even better. Next one here is recently discontinued, and I'm sad because this is my favorite Dior Prive fragrance. This is my absolute favorite Dior Prive fragrance. It's one of my first ever niche fragrance. This one is Fève Délicieuse. Just bring this thing out and wasting a spray, I'm gonna do that for you guys, but just wasting a spray of this fragrance really, really hurts my feelings. God, so nice. It's smooth tonka bean, it's delicious, it's decadent, it's the best gourmand fragrance or the best tonka bean type fragrance that's just out there at the moment. It smells just incredibly beautiful. I'm not gonna say much about this one, guys. It's gone, it's sad. Just know that if you're a gourmand lover in any way, if you're a tonka bean lover in any way, and you haven't smelled this one yet, you missed out. You missed out on one of the best, again, gem of the gourmand world. And RIP to Fève Délicieuse, RIP to Dior Prive line for losing or for discontinuing such a masterpiece. If you can still find this somewhere, grab a bottle for yourself. If you love gourmands or love tonka bean, you're gonna love this one. There's no doubt about that. So I'm gonna leave this one at that for Fève Délicieuse. Not gonna say too much about it. I love it to death. Again, it's my favorite. And if you guys can grab it, grab it. All right, guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and bye.